Well, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody is blessed today. Actually, yeah, it's still morning. So if it's morning here, it's morning where you are, as long as you're in the United States. I want to welcome you to Jim's In Town Gardening and also Bella's Legacy Rabbitry. Um, Forgot I had to turn the phone off, the volume off on my phone. It started playing, and wow. So, hope everybody's having a blessed day today. So this is going to be part 2 of planting flowers for my beautiful bride. Leanna loves to plant flowers in the gardens out in the front. So um, you would see me plant one day last week. I don't remember what day it was. Um, Today I'm going to be planting some zinnias, and I'm also going to be planting 2 types of impatiens. One is a tropical fizz, and the other one is midnight blend. And I think I've done the midnight. I know I've done the tropical fizz, but I'm not sure if I've done the midnight blend. But we'll try it. Now it's 2 different ways of doing these. With the zinnias, they're plants. I mean, they're a bigger seed, so those are going to go in 1/4 of an inch. With these, they say just press in the ground, so that's how I'll do that. Now it's looking like nobody's here, but if you do show up, one of the things that I'd like to know, what are you planning in your area? So if you do come into the chat, let me know where you're from, but also some of the flower plants that you might be starting. If you're starting seed, um, like to hear. Now the other thing, I want to apologize for the video that I did yesterday. Um, when I was out in the rabbit barn, it was the first time I had tried doing it live out there, and when I came back in, I could see that the video quality really wasn't what it should have been. So I'm going to ask you, those who do a lot of the vlogging, you do the um, outdoors, or even in a separate place away from your home. What is it you're using that sends that signal out so that you could have a stronger signal out there? Because it saves a lot of editing if I can do the live out in the bunny barn. The other thing is, if there's questions, as I'm doing those videos, you can ask those questions. I can show you different things. It just gives me that chance, to correspond with each one that's watching. I'm used to it through the ministry channel. Different ones. Well, what do you mean, Brother Jim? The Bible says this. What are you trying to say? It gives me that opportunity, and I like that. So if anybody can kind of give me a little bit of ideas of how I could get the video quality better out there, I'd really appreciate it. We are it's about 65 feet from the house to the entryway. For those that watch the videos where I've been outside, brushing the rabbits, that's about 65 feet. So anyways, let's start planning. Let me switch the camera around, and yeah, I had an idea that was going to happen. We're going to do that. How am I going to do that? Okay, well, now you probably have sound. So I want to welcome you, Twin Brooks. I want to welcome you, my beautiful bride, my helpmate, Leanna. Leanna's on the road. Welcome, Brother Tony. Glad you could join us. So you probably caught the first part, planning impatience, two different types of impatience, and also zinnias. Now, one of the questions I had asked is, number one, what are you planning in your area? Um, if you want to share where you're from, some of the flower plants that you're going to be starting this year. Um, Also, if you have any questions, please, by all means, ask your questions. The other thing, a question that I had asked is, and I want to apologize for the quality of the video that I did out in the bunny barn yesterday. I couldn't tell on the cell phone. I saw I had connection, everything looked good. But when I came in, because there was a couple comments I really wanted to respond to. There's a young lady in southern part of Maine who wanted to get into rabbits, and I wanted to encourage her and maybe even help her with some questions if she had. So when I came in, I saw the video quality was terrible. So what is it that maybe you use when you do your outside videos um, to help with the cell phone to get the signal strength? Is there repeaters that you can put, and do they work well? Maybe some ideas on brands of what you use. So if you want to leave that in the description box. Let's see. So I'm going to continue planting these zinnias. Tony, you were supposed to be blasting today. How come you watch your videos? And I'm just messing with you, brother. I'm just messing with you. I don't know if I get these or not. These may end up getting some extra. Okay, so those are the zinnias. And I'm going to leave that right there for now and turn this around. Hopefully I can get it in the camera so everybody can see. Okay, now with impatience. Now the zinnia seeds are fairly large. Let me show everybody. Yeah, zinnia seeds are quite large, so that's why those go down 1/4 of an inch. I'm lurking while working, so we'll be back and forth. Okay, that's fine, brother. I appreciate you spending some time with us. Okay, so I don't have any of those left. I'm going to have to look and see if I've got another package on them. So these are the tropical fizz hybrids. Now these have that coating on them. So with these, all you want to do is just press them into the soil. You can see what those look like. So what I'm going to do is just put them in the soil. Right on top, kind of press it in a little bit. You haven't got to go real hard. Now the portulaca, those came up in about 3 days. I was amazed. I went up, I looked, and I had almost all of them poking up. That was quick. I think the package said 5 to 7 days with those. So I was amazed when I went. Now my peppers, some of them come up early. And I know looking at the package, some of the plants, they had said that they'd be up in 5 to 7 days. Most of them were more of 10 to 14, I believe. I've got some that haven't come up, but it seems to be all of the same type of seed. So in one of the videos, probably maybe even this weekend, um, I'll bring the camera up and I'll show you what I've got for seeds. Now I'm thinking I may even plant some of my tomato seeds this weekend. You know, it's getting to the point. I think we're going to be a little bit early this year, so I'm excited. Of course, I'll have to watch frost and all that once I get them in the garden. But, you know, I'm hoping we can get back to where we were, where I could start my early plants around April 15th and the 18th, onions, that kind of stuff. Onions, lettuces, spinach. I am going to start some, let's see, where are we here? Okay, that's it on that one. I am going to start some broccoli and cauliflower. Now, that's something I usually don't have good luck with. I can get the plants up, no problem. But oftentimes what happens is I get that, what is it, where it comes out of the soil. There's a name of it I can't think of. So oftentimes I end up buying my broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. What else is one more in there? I can't remember it now. But I'm going to try them again. Okay, so in this flat, I'm going to plant more of the tropical fizz. I've got to look. I think Leanna and I, when we went and we bought her dream refrigerator, we had stopped at a place on the way back. I had to have some grain, and I didn't want to come through Bangor because I knew it was going to be late. That's where I usually get my grains. And I picked up a whole bunch of impatient seeds because I was having a hard time last year finding them. And I had found that one different type, the midnight blend. And I thought, I'm going to try that. So that's why I picked that package up. Well, it's an empty package. So I'm not going to get many flowers out of that package. Thing is, I just opened it. I don't get that. Come to think of it. Sent me an empty package. Brother Tony, what is it you're going to be planting? Are you going to plant any flowers this year for Chris? If so, what are you going to plant? Trying to get everybody to get into the discussion and kind of keeping company. Leanna's not here with me. She shouldn't be texting on the phone while she's on the car. I'm going to have to get after her. And it might be just me that's on. That's okay. I can talk to myself. I do that all the time. If I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to my bunnies. I just thought some would like watch me, kind of talk with me. Those are small seeds. Tony might have gone back to work. There were a lot of channels back when I would do some lives or I'd add videos on the rabbits. Had quite a few that would follow me. And last summer, things got busy. We did a bathroom remodel. Actually, still working on that. Once I can get my saws out when it's warm enough, we'll finish doing that. Um, anyways, I lost a lot of the ones who were supporting this channel. And I haven't been real good about watching everybody's videos. It's just been so busy here, with the ministry. Each evening, there's somebody who is teaching or doing the Bible reading, and I support their channels. All right, I'm going to turn this around so I can do this end. So a lot of those who are following this channel, I haven't seen them for a long while, and I miss them. There's a lot of them I miss. A lot of them that, had encouraged me along. A lot of them I had encouraged along and helped them get started. But such is life. Of course, the virus thing, that didn't help. Still isn't helping. There's two young ladies that follow the ministry, and they're both in England, and they said that it's gotten bad in England again. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. Okay, so I gotta open that package up for Fizz seeds. Yeah, if anybody watches this later, a few of the questions that I had asked, what are you planning in the area where you are? Where are you watching from? But also, any ideas on what I could use in the bunny barn for um, a repeater or whatever, so I could have signal to do lives out there. There's a lady who has followed this channel, and especially with the bunnies. She used to have rabbits. I don't know if she still does or not. I know there was a video she had asked if I could do lives out there, and I didn't think I'd have enough signal. And I got out there and I was like, oh, wow, I'm still showing signal. But like I said, when I came in, the quality just wasn't what it should have been. So want to improve on that. Want to improve. I know there's a lot of people up here in Maine that are considering getting into rabbits. And, when I do those lives, it gives them a chance to ask questions, and show. I'm in the same situation. I don't have much time to watch or make videos. It's hard, and those that subscribe to me, I like to pay back, by watching their videos. Twin Brook, when you were doing there, I've got that all planted. So when, let's see, remove that one. When you were doing the barn rebuild, I really enjoyed watching that. I enjoyed watching you with the tractor, with the bucket and the backhoe that you had on it. All the way through that, I enjoyed watching that. And the other thing, it was real. You didn't just video the good parts, because whenever you're doing a remodel like that, you're going to have times where, oh, I wish that wasn't on video. And a lot of channels, they'll edit all that out. I don't. I mean, look at today. I got started and had shut the camera off. It changed the settings on the camera. Um, even in the Bunny Barn, I when I did the video of that little the black one, where he went and tried to jump up above, or there was a video where I was sitting right where I had been washing the dropping pans, and I looked at that and it was a mess. I mean, the floor was wet. Um, but I left it in. I want to be just as real as can be. There's going to be things when you're trying to video that aren't going to happen. I could be out in my garden and plant. We get a lot of wind up here, and I could have my seeds go all over the place. I'm not going to edit that out, because those are some of the things that happen in real life. So, editing, I try to take like when I get done showing one rabbit and I go to get another one. Usually what happens is you'll see me as I'm lifting, to bring that rabbit back to its home. Well, welcome, Jesus Freak. Glad you could join us. And usually what you're going to see is, as I sit down and I'm turning the camera back on, or I'm pausing it, like I said, I try to keep it just as real as can be. Whenever you're homesteading, whether it's, the garden part, raising animals, there's going to be things that you wish didn't happen, right? So, well, when I went out in the barn day before yesterday, it's like, right off the bat, I had left the light on last night. I noticed that. Once in a while, you go out there and you'll see where somebody's knocked the feeder off or knocked the bottle off. And, I just went in. You heard my squeaky door, which I got to attend to. I'll probably do that today. I just want to make it as live as possible. You see what happens, the good and the bad. Looking at this soil mix, I could have said, I'm not going to video this video because, the soil's terrible. When you've got hunks this long and half an inch thick, it's hard to start seeds and that kind of stuff. But it is what it is. So, Jesus Freak, do you plant flowers at all? And if you do, what do you grow? You can see my bunny in the background. And where are you from? If you don't mind adding it in the comment box. So, what I will do with those plants, welcome City Garden. Glad you could join us. So what I'm going to do with those seeds is I'll bring them upstairs. I will mist them, and then I'll put the dome on. Now, time for those to germinate is 15 to 18 days. They're a long time. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do, no planting. Okay. Do you raise any vegetable seeds at all? Now, the other thing that I'm going to try probably in the next day or two, and welcome, Nisha. God bless you. Glad you could join us. I'm having a hard time finding the wave type petunias, and that's what I use we've got 9 baskets that go on the porch, and then there's 2 on another porch that we do. The 2 on the big porch, those are big. They're huge, moss baskets. And a couple years ago, I had a lot of the wave type petunias. In fact, I think those were doubles. You do a garden, so you raise vegetables. Yep, awesome. So I harvested those seeds and I marked them yellow, pink, purple, and the other one was a light purple, or yeah, light with purple. Now, I don't know how well those are going to do. It's going to be an experiment. I need a lot of wave petunias. We're probably talking about 3 or 4 flats to do all that I usually do. So I'm going to try those seeds. I'll probably do that. Oh, I might do it this afternoon. I probably won't video that, but I'm going to try setting those and see what I get. It may not hold true to the color, only because they're a hybrid seed. They may not bloom, but I'm going to try it. And if they do come up, that'll be an experiment. You can kind of watch me as I go. And Sister Misha, I haven't got over to watch the song that you did Sunday, but I will. Oh, I know something else I wanted to share. I know there's a lot of people within our YouTube community who are hurting, those that are in need, those that are suffering from different things. Now, a bunch of us from At the Cross Community channel, we have a prayer website, and I'm going to share that link. If you have a prayer concern, well, that's not what I wanted to do. If you have a prayer concern, I'd encourage you to go to that site and see if I can get it. And there you can post your site. If you want to be anonymous, you don't want everybody knowing what the prayer concerns are, or you can do an unspoken prayer. Now, there is a sister, a good friend, who has been keeping up with this site, posting everything, keeping it updated. Mary Catherine. Or if you have any comments or questions about the site, you can see where you can get a hold of Donnie, Tony, or I. And would love to hear your comments. You know, how could we better this site? So there's a link there. If you do that for me, I'd appreciate it. Misha, what are you growing for flowers? Are you going to be starting any flowers this year? And what are you going to start? I know you have a vegetable garden. Trying to get everybody to share what they're going to be planting this year. And you've got to excuse my voice. I've been doing a lot of talking, a lot of sermons and devotions. And this is the time of year where there's going to be some allergies that are going to come up. So you know, another thing is visit some of the channels that you see represented here. Sister Misha, I think I've known her through YouTube, I'm going to say a little over 3 years. She plays a hymn or a Christian song every Sunday on her piano. She also does a devotion each Thursday. There's times that she does her shopping sprees, and I've commented a couple times, oh, my wife and her would get along so well because Leanna likes to shop too. So check her channel out. Twin Brook Acres. I don't know why I have a hard time with that name. Check his channel there too. Quite a bit that goes on when he's able to record. Jesus Freak, I'm not sure if I've ever gone over to your channel, but I will. I'll check it out. City Garden. City Garden. You must do something with plants. So I'm going to have to get over and make sure that I check your videos out if you have. And Brother Tony, most everything that Tony has is going to be ministry related. For those who have faith in Christ, by all means, check out his channel. So I don't want to keep this real long. I'm over a half hour. So in the next few days, I'll probably plant some tomatoes. And what I'm going to probably do is plant those in a soil medium like this. But I also may plant some of those in those little peat pellets. I know a lot of people do that too. So I'll probably do two different types or two methods. I want to grow a lot of tomatoes for myself this year, but I also want to be able to sell some. But I'll also bless some other people with them. Marigolds, hollyhocks, snapdragons, cosmos. Yeah. Marigolds, I'm hoping I can plant quite a bunch of. And with those, pollination, help the pollinators, but use those also as a pest preventive in the vegetable gardens. Hollyhocks, I've got some hollyhock seeds. Those take a lot of sun, I think. Snapdragons, I've always loved snapdragons. Cosmos. And what are the other ones I really like? They've got the bells. What are those called? I can't think of it. And they're one of my favorites. It seems like it's got bell in the name. I know they're a biannual plant, although I've seen them grow each year, come up each year. Not bachelor buttons. I can't think of it. Can't think of it. Bonnie Bells, no. Although those are pretty too. They're like a trumpet flower. They've got a stalk and you've got those little bonnets like all the way up through. I'll think of it and hopefully I can add it in the next video. Anyways, they're pretty. So many pretty plants. Gladiolas. If I hadn't used all my raised beds up with vegetables and stuff, gladiolas and dahlias are something I really enjoyed growing. We've had some beautiful gladiolas, beautiful dahlias. A lot of work taking care of them, but I enjoy them. So, the gladiolas, I remember when I was, just knee high to a grasshopper, helping my grandfather with them. He used to raise them to sell. A lot of the funeral homes would get the gladiolas from my grandfather. And what he would do is, like the white ones, he put it in the water when he cut them, but he would add dye to it. So now you could get your blues and your greens and your reds coming up to the veins. And I was just fascinated watching that, and then helping them take care of the bulbs in the fall and planting them in the spring. It was fun. I enjoyed that. So, friends, I want to thank you so much. Plant something, especially, are you going to plant petunias along the perimeter of your gardens? Actually, that's petunias. I planted some petunias, probably add some. Another thing that I want to do, and that's coleus. I want to plant some different coleuses. Leanna uses those in some of the tubs. But no, I love petunias. Love petunias. The wave petunias are what I'm going to do in the hanging baskets. But in fact, I've got some petunias here somewhere. Yeah, I'll definitely be planting some petunias. So, friends, love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Have a blessed day.